Technological signs of the last age. Saint Kosmas spoke. You will see people flying in the sky like black birds, and they will throw fire and destroy the world. Till another form preserves it. You will see people flying like birds, casting fire on the earth, destroying. The vision stretched across the heavens, not filled with light nor with angels, but with swarms of iron wings. They rose like flocks of ravens, circling above nations, blotting out the sun. From their bellies fell torrents of flame. Cities became furnaces, fields turned into deserts, forests burned to ash, and nations dissolved into dust. Skies that once gave rain now poured fire. The rivers carried corpses, the air groaned with thunder, and the years of mankind were counted in wars from above. Fire rained without ceasing, and the world learned to tremble at the sound of engines in the clouds. He declared further, "You will see carriages without horses running faster than rabbits." In another telling, "You will see a carriage without horses running faster than a hare." The earth groaned beneath their weight. Rails were stretched like chains across plains. Mountains were pierced and bound with tunnels. Valleys bridged by iron. These carriages bore multitudes, bore armies, bore weapons heavier than beasts could carry. The land was torn open by their passing, and no corner remained untouched. Villages that once lay hidden in silence were pierced by rails and roads. The stillness of the countryside was shattered by unceasing thunder, by smoke and steel. These carriages did not bring rest, but carried war swifter and farther than ever before. Nations were bound together in restless movement, not for peace, but for conquest. And he spoke still more. The carriage will run by itself, and it will move with fire. Another version, a time will come when the car will move without horses with fire. And he gave a sign for all to remember. 40 horses will be harnessed in a box, and they will run faster than the hare. Thus he revealed the mystery of the firebox, the engine that chained creation itself into service, gathering the strength of many horses into one chest of iron. These boxes filled the roads of the earth, rushing without end. Families, armies, and nations placed their trust in them. They became instruments of daily life, but also of blood. They carried men to war, exiles to foreign lands, captives away from their homes, weapons to fields of slaughter. Men chained fire into engines, and in doing so, chained themselves to fire. The world learned to bow to oil and smoke, and humanity became servant to the machine. Then he sealed the vision with a final word. A time will come when men will travel faster than the hare. In this saying, he unveiled the collapse of distance. Oceans that once guarded kingdoms were crossed in a single day. Continents that once held nations apart were spanned in hours. The earth itself shrank into a restless village. Men raced against the sun, circling the globe, mocking the order of time, rushing forward, but never arriving. With speed came uprooting, families torn from their lands, peasants driven to cities, whole peoples scattered across continents. With haste came famine and unrest, for war moved faster than harvest, and exile spread faster than peace. Seasons lost their rhythm, the hours lost their measure, and mankind, enslaved to swiftness, forgot the stillness of God. These sayings are one revelation. The heavens were turned into an arena of fire, raining death upon the nations. The earth was overrun by ceaseless machines, carriages without horses tearing the silence of creation, carrying destruction swifter than hoof or wheel had ever borne. The mystery of the firebox was revealed, 40 horses bound in one chest, drawing mankind into slavery under smoke and oil. The pace of life itself was overturned. Time collapsed. The earth was reduced to restless motion. The prophecy is not a marvel, but a judgment. When men rule the sky with fire, when the earth is bound with roads of smoke, when the strength of beasts is captured in boxes of flame, when distance itself is abolished, and mankind lives in ceaseless haste, then the world stands already in its last days. And this word has been fulfilled. Skies thunder with machines that rain destruction. Roads are filled with carriages moved by fire, boxes of 40 horses rushing faster than any creature. Nations are bound by iron rails and highways, peoples uprooted by speed, creation exhausted by man's restless march. The triumph of motion has become the herald of ruin, and its fulfillment proclaims the approach of judgment.